If I said to you you had to hit the green here to get $1,000, would you be able to commit to the shot and hit it? Do you have a game plan? Well, by the end of this video, you're going to have a plan for every single shot that's reliable and repeatable. And it's all to do with the way the lead hip of ours turns and rotates in the downswing. As if you do this move correctly, it really does change everything. Now, if you are new to the channel, welcome. I'm Harry, a golf teach professional, and I started this YouTube channel to help as many golfers as I can play the game better. So if you would like to improve your game, I'd recommend clicking that subscribe button, as there's lots more content coming out every single week, just like this one, to help you lower those scores. The game plan that I see so many golfers make during their golf swing without even realizing is all to do with the way their hips rotate. The lead hip rotates during the downswing. So how they would rotate this lead hip in the downswing is they would fire this hip towards the target. Now, as we fire this hip towards the target, you can see what this causes my arms and my body to do. It causes my body to lift upwards. It causes actually my right hip here to move towards the golf ball. And because of that, it causes my arms to get trapped, very stuck. So what have we got to do from here? We've got to push the handle out and then steepen the club shaft to make contact, some sort of contact with the golf ball. You will probably see those fats, those thin golf shots, or even worse, possibly the S word, the shanks. So to get rid of those, we want to be doing the action that the tour players do. A great example being Tommy Fleetwood. As he transitions from the backswing to the downswing, what you'll notice is that during this downswing here, rather than his left hip almost firing forwards and getting the hips firing to the target here, causing this extension, he actually gets his left hip to rotate behind. So we can see his left butt cheek here, as he makes his way into the downswing, his left hip starts to rotate back and around and away from the golf ball. Now from this position here, it encourages my arms to have loads more room to continue rotating into the back of the golf ball. Now that right there is a very consistent impact position. That is so much more reliable than beforehand. Taking a look at those two examples either side, we would much rather be in that second position. So the question is, how can we get this left hip to rotate correctly during the downswing, especially if you're someone who's been struggling with firing the hips forwards? Well, just before I dive into the final part and reveal the left hip turn secret, the Eureka secret to this movement, I do offer in-person and online lessons. So if you are enjoying the content and found my content useful and you're interested in more personalized coaching to suit your golf swing, I'd recommend checking out the link in the description below for in-person and online lessons, or simply searching up harryshawgolf.com. So the Eureka left hip turn secret is being able to rotate this lead hip back and around as you keep this trail foot stable. So the bad move that we see is this one here, where this trail knee from this face-on view stays very, very still. It moves forward, of course, so from this camera angle here, you'd see it move forwards. So when we take a look at what good players do from this camera angle, they get the left hip turning. Look at where my trail knee starts to move. My trail knee actually moves inwards. It moves towards this lead knee. That's the difference. If the knee moves forwards, we're guaranteeing ourselves to get stuck, extending upwards. If we keep this knee, stop it from moving forwards, and get it moving towards this lead knee, we're in business. That's going to make it so much easier, as you can see from this now side-on view camera angle here, to rotate that left hip, continue to rotate that left hip, and get ourselves into this position here. So once you make your backswing, all I want you to do is simply practice getting yourself into that delivery position. So what I've done there is I've set the club, turned to the top. As I've come down, I'm ensuring that this left hip here is rotating away from the golf ball, so you can see from this angle here, hips rotating back. As I'm keeping this trail foot stable, I'm keeping it on the ground just for the time being. And when I keep this on the ground, that encourages my trail knee to move inwards towards this lead knee. And again, that creates the room. Have a look at this here. As I practice this here, this motion of my hands moving down, keeping this angle that I've set from the top of the golf swing, I'm rotating this left hip back and away from where the golf ball is. Look at what that encourages my body to do. I'm really starting to open up the body even before the moment of impact. So just simply practice making rehearsals, doing this movement here from the top of your backswing, just aiming to keep the trail foot stable and down. Now, once we're getting to this slot here with the delivery position, all we want to do from there is then allow this trail knee to almost touch the lead knee. How would you do that? You would then go that way. So when you watch closely in slow motion, what that trail foot actually does is it doesn't just lift up onto the toes, it actually has a roll and lift effect. Watch this, as I get to here, we can see my trail foot starting to roll. The pressure's moving from the center of my trail foot to the internal side of my trail foot. Watch again, here. It gets it rolling into that side, adding the pressure into the internal part. And then once we get to here, I can get my knee towards the other knee. But look at what that does to that foot. It's a roll and lift rather than a lift. The roll and lift is the key. So to rehearse those two, we're getting up to the top of the golf swing, keeping the trail foot down for the time being. We're rotating this lead hip back and around, not forward, back and around, as I get this right knee to move inwards, as we can see there. Once I get to this position, then I can continue that rotation and transfer my weight onto the lead. So it's down for one, up and through for two. Down for one, up and through for two. And once I've rehearsed this at least 50 times in those stages, I can start to build this up into one motion. So up, down, swing through. Up, down, swing through. Have you noticed on those two swings there how slow I was taking the club on the way down? That was just to make sure that I was keeping everything here on my trail side stable and letting this lead hip do what it's supposed to do naturally, rotating back and around. So getting that left hip to turn, lead hip to go back and around. So practicing that all in one motion. Really nice strike there. It's a big ask for 6-iron here at the yardage, but I'm hoping that rolls just on the green, and it has done. So I'll take that. $1,000, happy days. So if you'd like to see more videos like this, I'd recommend checking out the video over to the right-hand side of your screen. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you over there.